I think that the idea of actually to create a game for tourism in West Virginia and promote that side of West Virginia that many people don't know about is really, really great. Maybe if there was another presentation, you need to kind of present that in the context of a lot of people don't know much about West Virginia and the fact that there is so much to do here. And so this is what our game is about, and it's much better than, say, brochures or print. I think even talking about that concept a lot more in the game, on the wiki, and in your presentation will really add a nice dimension. I thought that in terms of domain knowledge, we looked at, did most of the team members state one or two new facts that they learned in the process? You did not, maybe you learned a lot, but you didn't express it in the presentation, right? So there was obviously a lot of research, there was a lot of sharing, of emailing about this. You represented it in the map, but you did not talk about it as, here are some things I've learned as I made this game and I didn't know about. The same thing about graphic design. I think there was a lot of things you had to figure out in graphic design you never did before, so that was really great. The interactivity. I think, well, in the interactivity of the game, you pretty much had the arrows, and right, and you too. There weren't a lot of interactivity, like taking texts from the user, asking the user to solve certain problems, making some, maybe the user need to draw something to solve a secret thing, or show something on the map in West Virginia where you want to go. With the interface that you have and the interaction that you had for the player, there are probably other ideas that will not be very hard to program to just make the game more engaging for a future user, I think, and that's kind of the way we look at games. The functionality, the sound design. You all really looked at sound very seriously, and I'm very happy to see this. We didn't see much of that, a lot of that last semester. We don't really get to express our creativity in most community college curriculum or high school curriculum. So obviously this is very much about your ideas. You're building something from scratch. You're creative. And I think we saw a lot of that today.
Very creative.
Huge. Very creative, very innovative. Yeah. You had slideshows, you had videos, but you incorporated them in a creative way, and then there was the game. And the collaboration we saw, again, we talked about this already. Different style collaboration here, different style of collaboration here, but all is working.
Yeah,
they were together, they used the wiki in a different way, you used the wiki in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, you were working within the context of your class and your labs and finding the right solutions that you could do to get your things done, and you did a very good job in both ways. So
the only, I feel like you have such a big idea for your game that you can just go on and on and on. You figured out now the concept, and it's almost like, I know that if we now had, you said 3 hours, Matt said 3 hours, I think if you had like 3 weeks, this will be an amazing thing that will be used all over in West Virginia.